Church and Muslim Women Coalition, for inviting me and for giving that you all have given valuable time of your. Sorry, my throat is a bit not well today, so I try to. Basically, I think that one thing which we cannot stop is the change itself. The change is coming, no matter, change in personally, socially, around the world. And so this film shows one part of Pakistan. And as briefly discussed by Uzma, Pakistan is a very diverse country. Pakistan is among those countries, very few countries who have a first Muslim Prime Minister, Benazir Bhutto. And that is a different, picture of Pakistan. Pakistan has the largest contingent of army serving in the UN for peace as peacekeepers. And it's being appreciated, and it's like all over the world. It's the largest number of militaries are deployed in all over the world where peacekeeping. And we have, signatory of CEDAW, Convention on Elimination of All Kinds of Discrimination Against Women. That is, Pakistan is signatory of that. Pakistan is also signatory of CRC, Child Rights Convention. Pakistan has recently, many laws in Pakistan are in favor of women. We have parliament, in very few countries, there are women parliamentarians. Pakistan has more than 33% of women as member of the parliament. So I just want to balance it out. That the documentary we saw is giving a very, one-sided. I just want to clarify that in Pakistan we have, fashion shows, we have films, we have music. Pakistan, Gandhara and Indus, civilization is part of Pakistan. Manju Dado, we have huge heritage, thousands of years back historically. At the same time, as Uzma said, Pakistan is also is very diverse. So, and due to factors, as I said earlier, change. So this, we all believe that change for better will come, and the situation will not be like this forever. One has to be optimistic and positive thinking. And change, the only one factor that when based on my own experience, when one is doing anything, if that is for short-term benefit, immediate benefit, and the perspective is not humanity as a whole, then it is very dangerous. I just give you an example. When we had 40 years back, massive number of Afghan refugees who came to our part of the area, massive. Even now, refugees, Pakistan is the country where massive number of refugees is among the leading countries where there are so many refugees. And within 10-15 years, all forests were gone because for wood, and immediately it was felt that there would be devastation and environmental devastation. So when I was talking, so I worked at that time in a project, so I was working with women, and so I told, the project was about, environment. And so it was cook stoves project. So when I would go to these villages and would talk to women, please don't burn wood and use fuel-saving technologies, and then they would say, how can we save fuel? We don't have anything. We don't have gas, we don't have electricity, so we have to use these. Then when I said all these diseases are very, they will come later on. Right now we need to have food. Right now we need to cook something. But then once they realize, after a long process, once they realize, they shifted to fuel-saving technology. But that took a long time. So my point is that if we want change in people's mind and heart, it is not easy. And for that change, how I change myself, coming from the federally administered tribal area, from Waziristan. Waziristan is the area which is known for drone attacks, which is known for all bad things which it has. It's a beautiful area. The people are very hospitable. People are very, very, warm and welcoming. But then coming from that area, I realized that how did I change? Because religion is, and faith plays a huge role everywhere. I realize everywhere, beliefs and faith. But we have forgotten that. We are not using faith, especially in the development phenomena. So when we started work, and coming from their area and being the only educated family to which I belong, because my father got his daughter educated, which is unusual in that area. The literacy rate is only 3%. And coming from that area, when I reflect how I changed because of the exposure and because of the interpretation of religion, the restriction which was put on me as a woman. You cannot go out because this is against Islam. You cannot earn because earning of a woman is un-Islamic. Islam doesn't allow that. You cannot talk to men because this is everything. And so when I started studying it, how come Islam be that narrow-minded? If a woman like me, who my husband happened to be not mentally well, then I started studying it and realized that all these interpretation was wrong. Everything which my own mother would tell me. So I started arguing with my mother, where in Quran it says that earning of women is not allowed, where in Quran says that women cannot go out from home, and my mother herself didn't know. So and she herself didn't know, but she was so scared of the honor killing that she just stop it, don't ask this question. Good girl, don't ask question. No? And we are so sorry to have you educated. If you were not educated, you wouldn't ask questions. But anyhow, I wanted, because I did not want to, be served because my husband happened to be not well. So I started asking questions, but then I learned slowly and gradually that it is very powerful. How it is interpreted is the real issue. And because the real meaning of Islam is peace. And it is surrender to God, to Allah. And slowly and gradually I realized that no matter what, all religion and true believer can never harm anyone. So because I studied, and so I think the true believers believe in humanity. And believing in humanity, it's beyond religion, color, creed, it's beyond that. And Islam is one of such that we have very strong arguments. So after getting that power, we started going and working in those areas it was not easy. And how to, go, we learned in a very hard way. We were attacked. We were, persecuted. Campaigns were against us in newspaper, in mosques there would be, in sermon, also in mosque there would be announcement against us. And media also, the print media, local Urdu media was against us, that we were doing things against Islam. And so how to bring the change? So we slowly and gradually we started first mobilizing men, the communities, meeting with elders and not arguing but dialogue, be learning attitude, and asking them, is really Islam against girls' education? No, Islam is not against girls' education. Why are you not allowing them? Okay, we do not allow because we fear that once they are educated, they will write love letters to boys. Okay, but then, so we will not be offended by such, by such answer. Okay, but can they read the Quran also? Can they read then, Hadith also? Can they read the medicine labels also? Because many children in that village would die because expired medicine, the companies would sell expired medicine in the data. So in this way, slowly and gradually, we convinced them, and then trust building became very important. So a lot of time we would give in building trust with them. Coming from that area, belonging to that area doesn't mean anything, because even in that area we were considered as external, as not part of them, because we were educated and we were dressed a bit differently. So trust building took a lot of time, and it was extremely important, and I realized that trust building works at every, between husband and wife. Trust is central. Between community, between government and non-governmental organization, trust was lacking. Between internationally trust. So trust became central, and for that people do not invest in trust, and people believe in shortcuts and not taking hearts and mind, not looking at the belief. And so we slowly and gradually we realized that we need to learn a lot. We need to change ourselves, to listen more, and to listen to them also, to bring ourselves to their level, look at things from their perspective. And that was very helpful. And once they realized that we are giving them, the power to select a place for the school, to select teacher for the school, to discuss what would be taught in the school, I think that was very, very helpful, because they realized that we are not, kind of alien. In the way that we were suspect, because of lack of this trust, that who is giving you money? Okay. Normally, when people would go to those areas, they wouldn't say that money is coming from, say, UK or from US, because they would feel that maybe we are liberating women, because the perception, the media, the perception. So, but we took a different line. We said, okay, this money is coming from this sources. It's up to you. This is our program, because we believe that once you start telling lies, then you cannot be stable. It's not credibility. You lose your credibility. So it's giving them the option. Yeah, this is from these resources money is coming, and this is the program, and how. Now, by doing this, we got friendly with such radical-minded that they started sending their daughters. They had stopped us, they were against us, they left many villages, but they asked us to come back. And then one French journalist, she came, and this elderly man, he said, my mind has changed. Now, if you come to my village, I will cut a sheep for you, and I will give big, meal for you, organize a big meal for you, because as human beings we are the same. So, but my point is that any religion, any perspective, if you work at the humanity level, then a lot can be done. A lot can be done for the betterment of people, especially those who are deprived. These areas where we started work also desperate need is something around which you can mobilize. So, for example, water, for example, curable diseases, one can mobilize community on that. And if you mobilize them, then mobilization and then strengthening and then empowering is extremely important. That they take the lead and you stay as facilitator. Once you take control, then it becomes very difficult. Then there is lack of ownership. So for ownership, they have to take the lead. That confidence is extremely important, that we give them confidence. Now, at least minimum more than 30,000 girls have graduated from our schools. And so many, the area where we were not allowed, and when I would go in the beginning, there was not a single girl available to teach, to become a teacher. And now in those schools, the girls who have graduated from our school have become teachers in their own school. And so education is something that, it makes you very, powerful. Girls who had violence and she became a teacher, she filed a case, a divorce case against her husband. And she got divorced, which is a very big stigma, And many girls who are not happy because of violence and because of discrimination, these girls are very independent. Many of them have decided that they are not going to get married at all. And so the parents came to me and said, "What are you telling these girls? They are freezing." And the girl was saying, "I am educated and she is marrying me to a man who is totally illiterate. I am not going to marry illiterate." So the mother said, "From where should I bring an illiterate man for you? You have to marry these." So then we started, so that is again a kind of imbalance, because in this society when you emphasize on girls' education and men are lagging behind, so you have to balance it out. And so then we have very numerous interesting case studies. Like in one village, because of the girls' school, and our hygiene program. So we asked the husband, "Have you seen?" After some time, we go and evaluate. So we asked the husband, "Do you find any difference in your wife and your children?" And he said, "I like it now." I said, "How? Why do you like it?" Because he said, previously she would all smell dung. Dung, because of cattle. So she would smell dung. Now she smells very nice, and I like to sleep with her. Because of hygiene, because of using. So, things like that. And then so the husband said, "So I like that because I hated this smell of dung from her body." And similarly, in many villages, when they say, "Okay, I think I will stop." We have a question, I'm sorry, yes? I'll stop here.
Osma was thinking.